Have you ever had that weird feeling? You ask an AI for some help, and what comes back is, well, it's good. Almost too good. That uncanny experience is really the starting point for this powerful piece by Andres Dobos. And it gets to the heart of a huge shift that's happening all around us. What happens when we start outsourcing not just our work, but our actual thinking to machines? It all starts with that feeling, right? A little flicker of recognition, but then this quiet unease that settles in. The text the AI spits out is fluent, it's confident, it even uses the kinds of phrases you'd use. But you can just feel that something's missing. It's kind of hollow. And that's the unsettling moment when the machine stops being a tool that assists you and starts to impersonate you. And yeah, that whole experience, it forces us to ask a really uncomfortable question. What are we actually giving up when we hand over the messy, difficult human act of figuring things out? What is fundamentally lost when a machine starts making sense of the world for us? To really get what's on the line here, we can't just look at the new tech. We've actually got to look at ourselves. And the argument here is fascinating. For literally millennia, our most fundamental job as humans wasn't building things. It was making sense of them. We were, first and foremost, meaning makers. And what's so cool about looking at it this way is that you see this one consistent thread running through all of human history. I mean, think about it. Whether it was an ancient storyteller trying to explain a thunderstorm with a myth, or a Renaissance astronomer translating the movement of the stars into the language of geometry, our core job has always been the same: to build a bridge between the raw, messy chaos of experience and the clarity of significance. And this really gets to the heart of it. We are the only species, as far as we know, that needs to make sense of life. That slow, difficult, sometimes super frustrating art of interpretation, it isn't just a skill. It's the very foundation of how we see ourselves and our place in the universe. It's who we are. So, for thousands of years, this was our main gig. This was our job. But now that ancient, essential role is facing a challenge unlike anything that's come before. We are moving into a totally new era, the automation of the mind itself. And this slide just nails the difference perfectly. For centuries, our machines replaced muscle. The steam engine did the heavy lifting, but a human mind was still there telling it what to do. But now, well, the language model, the data center, these new tools don't stand beside the body. They stand right beside the mind, offering to automate the one thing that has always defined us. But here's the catch. This new kind of automation, it comes with this really tempting and very dangerous illusion. So what is this illusion? Well, to really see it, we have to be crystal clear about what these incredibly powerful systems are actually doing. Because, let's be honest, it is so easy to get blown away by what they can do. See, the genius of AI isn't awareness, it's fluency. It's a masterful mimic. It's a brilliant predictor of the next word in a sentence, based on patterns from billions of texts it's already seen. But there's no understanding behind those words. And because it sounds so coherent, we are so dangerously tempted to mistake this perfect simulation for the real thing. And this slide basically lays out the slippery slope we're on. It's a subtle process. First, we're just dazzled. Then, after a while, we stop questioning it. And that is the critical moment. That's when the tool stops being a servant and starts thinking for us. We start trading the hard, messy work of discovery for the quick, easy dopamine hit of a perfect answer. And look, this isn't just about you or me at our computers. When we all start outsourcing interpretation, our entire culture starts to get flatter. Nuance gets sanded down for the sake of efficiency. Writing just becomes content. Art becomes optimization. And real human dialogue? It risks collapsing into just a huge game of mimicry where we're all just echoing the machine. The wild thing is, this shift isn't being driven by some evil plan. It's driven by our totally natural desire for ease, for efficiency, for relief from the friction of hard thinking. We built these incredible tools to spare ourselves the struggle, not realizing that the struggle itself, the hesitation, the doubt, the patient work, is actually where meaning is forged. So what's the answer? Do we just reject all this tech, go back to the way things were? No. The argument here is that the path forward isn't to retreat. It's a new kind of rebellion. It's about choosing to become a dissident interpreter. And this is the core of it right here. The real danger isn't that we'll have a world full of intelligent machines. The danger is a world emptied of humans who are willing to do the hard work of making meaning for themselves. A world where no one pauses long enough to actually decide what anything means. So the way forward isn't to smash the machines, it's to resist their hypnosis. It's a conscious act of dissent to reclaim our right to see for ourselves, to think for ourselves, to really struggle with ideas and form our own understanding, even when a much easier answer is just a click away. And so this whole thing leaves us with one final really crucial question. In those moments that matter, when you're faced with that choice, are you going to opt for the comfort and the efficiency of the machine's answer? Or will you choose the struggle, the pain, and ultimately the irreplaceable glory of your own understanding? The choice, for now at least, is still ours.